Are we ready to rumble?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TJ's Top 10 Teams on a Tuesday. This is the very last one of this season.
Thank goodness.
Why are you clapping?
I thought that was an appropriate moment.
Okay. We might do one reacting to the week one and compare to the final two, but this is my top 10 teams going into the wild card, and I made this list based off how big of a threat they are going into the postseason.
So there's no non-playoff teams on here?
No.
Why?
There's no non-playoff teams that are top 10.
The Lions aren't in the top 10, dude?
No. That's you could argue it.
Some might say there's going to be playoff teams not in the top 10.
There's going to be
That
playoff
don't
teams.
make it.
There's more than 10 playoff teams in the.
Never mind. All right, let's move on here.
Oh, yeah, no, there's playoff teams. So, yeah, this is this is based off of how big of a threat they are going into the postseason.
Okay. All right.
And at number 10, we have the Bucs.
The Bucs.
They shouldn't even have made your dang list.
Really? You don't think they're a
Trash,
threat at
An
all?
absolute bottom.
At all?
No.
Not at all.
I think they're
The
going to
only
break the Cowboy
threat,
curse.
dog. The only threat is the Dallas Cowboys are like almost in the same boat. So they I would pick any team comfortably over the Buccaneers except for the Cowboys. So, but they're still
No, don't say that. You can say it because it's in the scenario. If it was the Seahawks and the Bucs, you're comfortably picking the Seahawks over the Bucs.
Oh,
And you're not going
Why?
to comfortably pick the Cowboys, who are arguably a way better team and have a better record than the Seahawks.
no, I'm picking the Cowboys.
But you're not picking them comfortably, but you'll pick
No,
Seattle
because
comfortably?
Dallas is a bunch of freaking choke artists. That's why.
Based on previous track history, yes.
Yeah, based on every single
Cowboys
year.
Are one and done this year.
Nah, they're not. But
They're
Tampa
one
Bay
and done.
Buccaneers actually suck, dude. They actually suck. They are the worst team in the playoffs this year.
I think the Seahawks are.
I disagree. I would pick the Seahawks over the Buccaneers. if they play
Seahawks
each
lost
other.
to the Bucs this year.
Okay.
I just think Seattle's kind of just like that ragtag group that just got thrown into the
I was
playoffs.
gonna say Seahawks almost lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through the teams that the Buccaneers lost to and almost lost to?
No, we don't
'Cause-
have to.
I'm gonna say Seahawks
No.
almost lost to the Rams.
Because it was okay.
So
The Buccaneers just got beat by the Falcons by 14 points.
they benched Tom Brady when it was tied.
This is Tom Brady.
That matters.
This is Tom Brady in the playoffs, too.
And would you, if it was the Seattle Seahawks and the Buccaneers, you're picking Seattle Seahawks?
Yes.
Easily. I wouldn't.
But you're not
Easily. How is it
easily
that
picking the
easy?
Cowboys?
I mean, I'm picking the Cowboys.
But not easily.
I'm picking them easily, yes. But I'm saying the Cowboys are known to be choke artists. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and Tom Brady is known to win a lot of Super Bowls.
Yeah, but this is the worst Tom Brady team I've ever seen.
Some would say there's been worse.
It's up there. There's the one year they.
I mean, how far back
Tennessee.
you want to go?
Exactly. How
Like
far back
if-
you want to go with the Cowboys?
I told you the Cowboys are choke artists.
Cowboys are one and done.
They're not one and
so
done.
confident about that. I'm
All
so
right.
confident.
Tom Brady, dude. Buccaneers, I'll give them a 1% chance to win the Super Bowl.
Better than zero.
Super Bowl. Okay, that's
I want to say 0, but nothing's ever impossible.
I say you'd never do that with Tom Brady. I don't care what team he's on.
I was gonna
I've been
say.
saying it all year. He
That's
gets to the
why they-
postseason.
they
Tom
made
Brady and
this
the
list.
Buccaneers, no.
Tom Brady is the sole reason they're on this list because that man can do it, and he's proven that time and time
This
again.
season, besides 2 weeks ago whenever he was throwing it to Mike Evans versus the Panthers, when has he done it?
Bro.
This
This season. What are you talking about this season? I'm talking
When
about
has he done
last
this
season.
season?
The season before that. The season before that.
I will
We're
say
talking about last season.
Before that, huh?
We're not talking about
They
last
look
season.
worse this season than they did the first time they won the Super Bowl with the Bucs. But
Oh,
that
it's not even
season,
close. Well,
but
that was
that
his first
se-
year, and it took him some time to cope with everything and build chemistry.
Yeah, but he's
That's
just going through a
completely different.
divorce, dude. He's coping again.
And he still is. What's changing? Is he getting back with Giselle? No, it's still happening.
But his baby, the playoffs, the Super Bowl, Lombardi Trophy's here.
no chance. All right.
All right.
There's no chance the Buccaneers are winning the Super Bowl.
Number 9. I didn't say that. Don't act like I said that. I just said they are a threat, and that's why they're number 10.
They are not a threat to win the Super Bowl. All right, let's move on.
Number 9, the Jags.
Okay. Definitely better than Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh,
This is definitely the best matchup
I guess
in
it's
the
based
wild
on
card, too.
their conference too, because I'd probably have Seahawks in this at number 9. Or no, actually, no, because it can only be 10. Seahawks might not even be on this list. Checks out.
Joe just had a moment. Yeah, Jacksonville is number 9 going into the wild card round of the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
I have them 1 ahead of the Bucs. I'm not going to reveal any other teams on here, but that's where I have the Jags.
You have the Cowboys on here?
I have the Bucs and the Baltimore Ravens in the same category.
If you don't have the Cowboys on here, dude,
Really?
The Lamar Jackson. I have the Bucs and the Lamar Jackson list Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar
in the
Jackson's
same
playing. He
No.
said he's ready. He said he's ready.
It's
Yeah.
rumored. It's rumored he's playing.
He said
I think he'll
I
play.
Play
read
in
that
the
he's
playoff.
not playing. Well, then
I don't think
then I
he
like the Ravens
should,
more.
but he himself said he was, which I found weird because I don't think he should.
He hypes it up and then it doesn't show up.
He could, but yeah,
I would
he said
still
he was.
have I would have the Ravens either off the list or at number 9.
You wouldn't have them ahead of him?
Nah, Ravens aren't going anywhere.
Well,
I would
at
have the
number-
Ravens above the Buccaneers. I'd have Ravens at 10.
Well, at number 8, we have
Freaking dare put the Ravens.
the Chargers. Now the Ravens
So,
aren't yet here yet.
alright.
What?
So you got the Chargers winning that game. All right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Same here, bro. If there's if one of you guys, if not one of you guys, and I think Joe will be the guy that does it, somebody better pick the Jaguars to win.
Why?
Why does somebody have to pick the Jaguars? Why don't you pick the
I know it's
Jaguars?
not going to be you, Logan, but it might be Joe, and I would respect it because this is the best game going into the wild card weekend. The Jaguars have an absolute fair shot to win.
They do. They do have a fair
They
shot.
stomped on the Chargers this year. Granted, just a different time, but it did
I
happen.
mean, you could argue that the Jaguars are better than whenever they stomped on them.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Yeah.
They are. They're better.
The
Yeah.
Chargers are probably also better, but
They are, yeah.
still.
Okay.
Hey, dude, Chargers are catching heat at the right time.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm just going
So are
to
the Jags.
I'm going to be completely honest. True. The Chargers really aren't beating anybody good.
Because the Jags have won 5 in a row now, going
I
into
think
the playoffs,
the
which
Chargers-
is a lot of momentum.
I could be wrong, but I think the Chargers won more than that in a row.
That's so many games.
So many games. I could be wrong. But all right.
Number 7, we have the Minnesota Vikings. This is
big
where
no. This is
you
big
say
no for me.
big no
Big
because
no
you
for
think
me.
they're frauds, right?
I have the Jaguars and Chargers over the Vikings.
Jaguars.
I had the Chargers. I don't know about the Jaguars. I think Jaguars and Vikings are
I
very
trust
similar.
the Jags more. I trust their quarterback more. I trust their defense more.
Yeah. Yeah, I trust the Vikings offense as a whole though more than I do the Jacksonville Jaguars offense as a whole.
I'm picking
backing down, bro.
I'm picking the Vikings over the Jags. I would take the Chargers though over the Vikings. Vikings defense is garbage. That's what's really just man.
Yeah.
No, it's
killing
tough
them.
because this is a team that not everybody, but like you, for example, have called them frauds all season. A lot of people are on the same board as you, as they're not as good as their record shows. But
I think that's pretty obvious that they're not as good as their record shows.
Yeah.
right,
I mean, if you're not as good as your record shows, does it make you a fraud? I feel like it does.
no, I agree. But they do keep winning. They do
Yeah.
have those awful games where it's just like, how the heck is that record?
When they
that?
lose, they get blown out.
Yeah, the times that they started losing are all kind of towards the end of the season too,
Yeah.
which isn't great going
Right.
in. Like we've seen multiple games where JJ's had like terrible games.
Yeah.
And if JJ has a terrible game in the
They don't
playoff,
win.
they're done.
Yep. Exactly.
they're done.
exactly. If he does not perform,
They're playing at 4:30 Sunday. They're fine. It ain't prime time. They're good.
I do think that they will beat the Giants.
They're very lucky to be playing the Giants. I'll say that. I think they're very lucky to be playing
Another
the
fraud
Giants.
team.
Yeah.
Hey, one of them can't be frauds. One of them's going to win, right?
Yeah, I don't know. The Vikings, this was kind of a tricky one, but I think 7's a really good spot for them.
I disagree. Let's move on.
I think they lost a lot of confidence in themselves the way they've
Yeah.
been losing.
Mhm.
That Green Bay game, I really think, shot them in the heart.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
I feel like the past almost like month and a half, 2 months of football, the Jaguars and Chargers have looked better than the
Yeah.
Vikings.
Sure.
But hey, that's
That's
why
fair.
TJ's top 10 teams on a Tuesday, not
There we
Tom's
go.
top 10 teams on a Tuesday.
Number 6.
He's coming.
There they are.
Oh, TJ, dang it.
The Cowboys.
The
He said,
Cowboys.
"Dang
One
it."
and done, baby. One and done.
I also like the Chargers better than this team.
Ooh.
The Cowboys have looked
Disagree.
terrible the past month. You see what the Commanders did to these guys?
Mm-hmm.
That was disgusting. Sam Howell. Sam Howell.
Mhm. Yeah.
Might be their saving grace, dude.
No, he's not. That was that game was disgusting. Dak Prescott leader in interceptions this year. Way to go, buddy. Knew you could do it.
he's also the all-time, or over the past 5 years, his offense has put up more points than any other offense in the NFL,
Yeah, see,
including Bills.
they've
with
averaged like 30
Allen.
points a game. That's one stat I could give
32.
2 craps about because what do they have to show for it? They're one and done every year.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
Oh, I mean, 12-5.
if his
is something to
offense is
show.
putting up points and their
They
defense
were good
can't
last
back
year.
it up,
The defense has fallen off. Michael Parsons, where's he at? Dak throwing picks left and right. You guys are out. I hate the Cowboys. You guys are done.
See, I can't disagree with you with them being a one and done team because I think that the
do
Bucs
it
could beat
year
them.
in and year out.
They do. They do.
I feel like I'm having the Aaron Rodgers argument here from last year. Like,
I agree with you. Like
they're out of here.
They could be, but if they don't, I think if they beat the Bucs, I think they're they would play the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, they would
I
play
mean,
the
it
Eagles.
depends who else wins.
Well, they're the fourth? They're the 4th seed. No,
No.
Fifth.
They're the 5th seed.
they're the 5th seed. Okay, so
Well, if the Giants won, they would play the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6th. Same with Seattle. If they won, they would play them.
see if they. Oh man, again, we don't know who they play next,
I
but
don't
like
trust the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy, you need to go. You suck.
if
I'm sorry,
they play the
dude.
Eagles in the next round, I think that is a serious game. Very serious
Yeah,
game.
it is a serious game that they're going to lose if they get there. Lucky for them,
I
they
don't
won't
know.
be there.
I don't know if they lose that one. I don't know.
Hey, we'll see.
The Cowboys.
Eagles haven't looked the hottest either.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of bias behind your statements too, because you just do not like the Cowboys, which is fair.
if they showed that they could do, just pass it, same thing with Aaron Rodgers did. History repeats itself.
All right.
Cowboys, it's going to repeat itself.
I was gonna say Tom Brady is no joke in the playoffs. That's why I can't argue that they could be a one and done team. Tom Brady, it would not shock me if the Bucs
no
beat them.
offensive line. Like,
Huh?
no offensive
Vita
line.
Vea.
I'm just going to pretend that was a joke, and we're going to move on here.
He does have an offensive line.
No, every single person on his offensive line is out, hurt. I mean, it's been like this for the season. More recent injuries, like recently.
Is that a
Defense really isn't there this season.
Their run game isn't there like it was last
Yeah.
year with Fournette. Like,
All right.
he's like 100
I'm just
years
saying,
old.
you can if you're back off. Are you betting on this game?
I mean, that's the thing though. I
no,
already said
he's
'cause
not.
honestly, I might.
There we go. He
Honestly.
might.
But it could come to bite me in the butt because like I said, and I agree with Joe, the freaking Cowboys, they do the same freaking thing every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like eventually, like, you can't lose forever.
You said that last year with Aaron Rodgers.
That was more you and Logan. Don't pull me into that. Don't pull me into
I'm
that.
just saying.
I was sitting there listening, bro. Don't pull me into that.
Any team can win at
Heck outta
any
here.
point in the NFL.
Yeah.
Any team can win at any point.
All right. Now the top 5 teams are teams that I think one of these teams will win the Super Bowl. One of these top 5 teams will win the Super Bowl. And at number 5, I have the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness, that's
And
the worst take
that's
you've ever
low.
had.
They hate
oh
that.
My
That's
God.
They hate that.
Oh my gosh.
That's low.
That should be arguably your number 1 team right there.
No.
Yeah.
My number 1 team is locked.
I know you're number one
Locked.
team.
It's locked.
Everything. It's done.
It's like,
Your number 1 team's losing the division round, bro.
yeah, right.
no.
Okay. You better
So, I mean, again, I think they have a very great chance of winning the Super Bowl. Again, top 5 teams. And again, this is top 5 teams. This isn't like I have them at number 10. Because think of the teams that are above them.
There aren't.
No, there are.
No.
Well, we can look at it. Okay, so number 4, we have the 49ers. That's
This
not
is
arguable. That's
this
not
is
arguable.
One that I want to see. This is these two teams.
In
I
the
think
Super
are
Bowl.
1 and 2 in my opinion.
And you think
So I'm
like they
gonna-
could play in the Super Bowl?
I think they could. Yeah.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Tom?
I don't know. 49ers are freaking the hottest team in the NFL
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, that's why I have them ahead of them.
That's what we
At
have now
4?
for
Yeah.
you. Okay. I mean, wait.
The biggest thing holding the 49ers back is their quarterback situation. I know Brock Purdy.
Oh, don't say that.
The undefeated Brock Purdy, who's been
Yes.
nothing but immaculate ever since he started?
Yes,
Oh,
because Brock Purdy has looked immaculate, but he
Oh
is a
my
rookie. He
goodness.
just stepped in, week 13, 14,
The
and he's
issue
going
is-
into playoffs.
The issue is they have that system where you could put any Joe Smo in there and they're just going to be all right.
No, I
That's-
don't think
I
I don't
agree.
think that's
I
true.
agree.
I mean,
Look
Trey
at Jimmy
Lance
G
and
and
Jimmy
Trey
G
Lance.
I also disagree with that. Like
Yeah.
he's specifically made like incredible plays. Like he's done stuff that Garoppolo hasn't done.
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Trey Lance hasn't done arguably.
They had he's like on the chance.
Well, yeah, he's not a chance.
Hey, listen, the time he was in there, I know he didn't get the full chance.
I
but
truly do believe that he gives him a way better chance to win the Super Bowl than Garoppolo does.
yeah, I think he gives him a better chance than Trey Lance ever did. I do, truthfully.
Sure.
Based
I
on
mean-
what we've seen from Trey Lance, what we've seen from
We
Brock
didn't see
Purdy,
too much from Trey Lance.
he seems. Listen, who would you rather pick right now, Trey Lance or Brock
Oh,
Purdy?
well, it's not even close. It's Brock Purdy.
And how many
obviously.
games did Trey Lance play? I know he
Like
played like
one.
one.
and a half?
Yeah, and did he show anything in those games?
Well, the one was raining like crazy.
So I don't think.
That's tough because like Kenny Pickett, like look at his last 4 games compared to his start. You know.
Yeah. But
So-
Brock Purdy's been doing it ever since he stepped foot in the
No, I know, but I'm saying like Trey Lance, we can't like knock him too hard. 'Cause
I'm
they
not
only
saying
played-
Trey Lance is bad by any means, but I'm saying Brock Purdy hasn't done anything to prove anything but that he's a starter over Trey Lance based on what he did. And of course, yeah, that was a rain game. He did get injured, but they lost to the Bears. And I know, again, like I said, that was a rain game, but man, if you're that elite of a quarterback, and I'm not saying you're saying that Trey Lance is that elite of a quarterback, but you got to beat the Bears there in that situation. The worst team in the NFL this season.
I think you guys underestimate that rain.
I was gonna say that game's
I don't.
I
I don't.
I really
underestimate
do.
it. And it's also week 1. That's always one of the craziest weeks.
But I mean, yeah, I'm starting Brock Purdy over Trey
Here's the
Lance
thing:
right
Jimmy
now. There's
G
not a question.
gets healthy. Does he get a shot?
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't think
What
so
if
either.
what if they're down by 20 points at halftime?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, yeah,
I
if
mean,
something
is the
goes
score
terribly
like-
wrong.
And he brings them back.
I mean, it depends. Did Brock Purdy put up 2 touchdowns? I don't know.
2 interceptions.
If
He
Brock
ain't
Purdy
getting
has a
too
very
defensive.
bad first half, I could see Jimmy G potentially coming in.
Jimmy
But
G's not the
I don't
guy
see
to
him-
come
no,
in
exactly.
to lead a comeback, though. He's the guy there to like
Hey,
keep it steady
I will say
and try
this:
to hope his team
Brock
doesn't
is
lose.
a rookie, though.
Mhm.
That is a factor in the postseason. It's a different mindset.
Yep. It's very intimidating.
Jimmy G does have that experience. Not saying to
there's
start
a-
him over him. I'm not even saying
why
that.
a rookie quarterback has never won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yep. And that's why I don't have them at number 1. I don't have them as the hottest team. I mean, I think I agree with you them being the hottest team, but I don't have them as the
He
number
has
1
the
threat.
greatest
Team.
support around him that I've ever seen on a team. Like
Uh-huh.
Top 2 defense.
Number 3, the Eagles. Number 1 seed. I mean, they're a team that they almost look flawless.
I don't know. Their secondary hasn't looked as
Oh my
elite
gosh,
as
bro,
they
their
have.
secondary have been getting
Mhm.
scorched.
I'd say they have.
the Philadelphia Eagles at number 5.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
I'm nervous because like they've had some time off, dude, and they got this bye week. Jalen
Mhm.
Hurts was playing; he didn't even look that hot during against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, who's their left tackle or something that's hurt?
Lane
Lane
Johnson.
Yeah, he's gone. They got I don't know, man. They're not.
Think they're going to be.
They're still good, but they're not
Yeah.
as dominant as they once were.
It really does all come down to who they play.
Mhm.
Because, like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got the best option. They're
Yeah.
the number 1 seed, so they're going to get whoever scraps are left over of
Right.
the worst team.
right. Yeah, not much to say about them. But number 2,
To be honest, their matchup's probably going to be the Cowboys or Buccaneers.
Mm.
Or, well, maybe not the Buccaneers.
Well, the Buccaneers. It depends. It depends on who wins, obviously. But
Probably not
in
the
my
Buccaneers.
scenario, I think they're going to play the Cowboys.
yeah. The Bills. A lot of emotion behind this team right now. And we know that, skill is, at the end of the day, the thing that comes out on top. But emotion can really drive a team. And obviously, there's a lot of emotion behind this team, not just from what happened with DeMar Hamlin, but from the last season, the season before that.
Mm.
They've been shooting for that revenge
Mm.
for a long time, and they've got a lot of momentum coming into this playoff.
Mhm.
Till Josh Allen throws that interception that loses on the game.
Because who do they play the Dolphins first round?
Which isn't an easy game for them. I know, obviously, that's a beaten
It
up
depends
Dolphins
if Tua
team.
plays or not. If Tua
Tua-
plays,
I
I
don't
give him a chance. If he's
I
not
don't-
playing,
I don't think he is
Does it
playing.
really matter?
it
I don't know if it
doesn't. I don't
matters.
think it does. But if Tua plays, I'm like, okay, he's not maybe. But
The-
he doesn't.
He was hotter in the beginning of the season, and I know that they've showed like the stats of like how much better they are with him than without him this year. But like they were so good in the beginning of
I
the
said
season.
the team as a
feel
whole,
like
I think,
it's
is just fallen off.
misconstrued.
They've lost all their confidence and like they're not good.
I think this is going to be a lot closer of a game than people think. The Dolphins and the Bills. I do.
I
don't
look at
think it's
this.
gonna be a shootout.
Who was the Steelers playing last year? The first time was the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I look at it like that game. I think it's going to be an
I don't know if it'll be
absolute.
that bad, but yeah, maybe.
See, just as
Smackdown.
division rivals, and obviously, like I said, it's a much different Dolphins team now that's going into the playoffs. But both of their games this season have been so close, and the Dolphins have won.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it's a completely different team. But
Yeah.
again, I feel like they are going to keep this competitive. I do.
Yeah, Tyreek's already talking crap.
I was gonna say
Told the defense to warm up their
Tyreek Hill got
hamstrings.
banged up that game. Waddle got banged up that game. Last game, Tua was hurt. I don't know.
Even if Tua plays, he'll probably get hurt within.
They
like
were
5
relying on
minutes.
Raheem Mostert that game to keep him in it.
He broke a finger or something like that too. He's hurt.
He
now.
was their best player that game on
Yeah.
offense. I was watching. It was impressive actually, running boys over and whatnot. But dude, I don't know. This team's dismantled. You don't want to come into the playoffs like the Dolphins are, freaking losing all those games.
No, you don't.
I don't see it happening.
And my number one team going into the wild card are the Kansas City Chiefs. He said, "Oof." You want to talk about history repeating itself?
All right.
You got a team right there,
History repeating
What
itself as the
happened last
Bengals beating them.
What happened? Yeah. And what about the Buffalo Bills who beat them?
huh?
And what about the Buffalo Bills who beat them?
What
This
about the Buffalo
season.
Bills?
And what about that scary
What about
matchup
no,
versus
no,
the
no. The Buffalo Bills did not beat them last season.
This season.
This season.
I'm talking about history repeating itself. Last season.
If you want
And
to talk about history, let's talk about recent history. This year.
I am talking about recent history. That's last season.
Last season, the Bills did beat the Chiefs in the regular season, and the Chiefs won in the postseason.
All right.
So let's think about this for a second. Bills win twice. Chiefs win once.
The game that matters is the playoff one. Same thing happened last season.
Yeah, that would make it 2-2 because they haven't played yet in the postseason.
Okay, but this season they played once and the Bills won.
Yeah, but he's talking about history, and technically that happened last year too.
Thank you.
Okay, but
I'm just saying on that aspect. If we're talking about that aspect,
I guess.
This is a team. This is a team that maybe their biggest flaw is the running back. Maybe.
they've never been a running
Where
team.
where are they lacking? And this is Patrick
Secondary's
Mahomes,
not the hottest.
Andy Reid.
Run defense is.
They don't have a true number one receiver. Not that they need a true number one wide receiver.
Travis
Kelce's the
Kelce.
number one receiver. Yeah, there was a tight end.
Yeah, their secondary. Their secondary's not terrible. I don't know. Maybe they're linebackers. I don't know. They don't have many flaws.
That's
They
why
just-
I think they're my number one team, and I think they will win the Super Bowl.
I think you're wrong.
Me too.
What's driving them this year to win?
Dude,
They got Pat Mahomes.
they have Pat Mahomes. They have looked insane, like they always do. They haven't lost a step.
Have they looked insane?
They haven't lost
Have
a
they?
step.
Do you?
Sure, but have they looked
do
insane?
you think they're going to play the Bengals in the playoffs?
No, I think they're gonna play the Chargers in the divisional round
And
and
then?
lose to the Chargers.
Oh, all right. Bold take. All right.
See, maybe at the beginning of the season you could have convinced me of that, but
The Chargers look better than they have all year.
the Chiefs
Yeah.
are looking better than they have all year.
The Chiefs have looked like.
Great all year, exactly.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, they look pretty freaking.
Because,
Flawless.
look, the Chiefs aren't winning the big games. They couldn't beat the Bengals. They couldn't beat the Bills. Those are their two biggest games of the year, and they couldn't win either of them.
And that's their 3 losses.
Well, the Colts. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fat L.
Yeah, but what team hasn't lost to the Colts?
A lot of teams. No, trust me, a lot of teams. Yeah.
There's not a
The
team.
Vikings. yeah.
There's not a team. I mean, no, I'm not even gonna say that.
I'm with you. I like the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs this year.
Why do you hate not like this as so much?
Because I think the Bengals are a far superior team. Not far. I'm sorry. That's an exaggeration. I think they're a superior team to them. I
JDZ
think
owns them, though.
he does. I agree. I think the Bills are even
Although I'm scared,
arguably
I am
better
scared
than
of
them.
that matchup, though. But
He
Yep.
does own them, which contradicts what I say about history because I am taking the Chiefs over the Bengals. So I do contradict myself in that.
I think that's fuel. There's
I'm
emotion
going-
there.
I'm going. If I would do this, it would be 49ers.
That's number one.
let's
Yeah.
not spoil our brackets here because we are
Well,
making
this is just top
brackets.
10.
Everybody.
This doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do. Going into the playoffs this is kind of how I would look. 49ers, Bengals, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles. That's how I have top
I like
5.
that.
That's fine.
I don't mind that.
I
Where are
think.
the Dolphins at, dude?
Huh?
Where are the Seahawks at?
Number one.
Number
Nah,
They
1.2.
should just get rid of the 7th seed, in my opinion. It's never been good. That addition was.
Has there ever been a 7th seed team to win Super Bowl
Well,
or
you
go to
just
it?
had
No, they just added like a couple seasons ago, and it's been
Oh.
a disaster.
I don't know if they've ever won a game. Has the 7th seed
I
ever
don't
won a
think,
game?
honestly. I don't think so.
Frick no.
I'd like to see the history behind
Get
it.
rid
Yeah.
of it. It's not worth it.
Oh, it's worth it for them because they make mad money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a poop game though. It's like TCU versus Georgia.
So that is
Yeah. Poor frogs.
that is the final top 10 TJ's top 10 teams on a Tuesday of the season. Thank you for everybody tuning in. We will be doing reactions to the beginning of the year stuff, and one of our reactions will be reacting to week 1 of the top 10 teams.
The comparative list.
Comparative
Does that happen
list.
after the Super Bowl, or does it happen like soon?
They're gonna have to subscribe to find out.
Like next week?
Like, they'll have to just
Subscribe and find out. He's going to compare his week 1 list to this list right here.
Imagine the Rams being number 1.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, well, we'll find out.
dude.
All right.
Yikes.
Have a great day.